As someone who's currently on their own financial well-being journey, these are things I've had to really consider before pulling out my credit card during this silly season. So today I thought I would share some silly season savings tips in the lead up to Christmas and all the parties and New Year's and so on. Hi everyone, my name is Mariana. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about the silly season. You know, that lead up to Christmas, post-Christmas, and then also New Year's, and how you can save a little bit of money during that season. I know it's so easy to get sucked into all the hype and all the marketing. The Australian Retailers Association have forecast an $11.6 billion Christmas spend for 2024, $1.6 billion above the 2023 spend. And over-consumerism also negatively impacts our environment in the use of resources and also in landfill. I don't really want, and I know I don't want, to have a post-silly season debt hangover whereby all your credit cards are maxed out, your savings have been depleted, your house is full of clutter, as this all leads to heightened stress and anxiety, and we don't want to enter into a new year from that point of view. So I've got some little tips. I do have my little notes here to refer to so I don't forget anything. So the first thing that I suggest you do is a little bit of reflection. So look at what you spent on Christmas last year or the silly season last year, because it tends to be that Christmas sort of spiders out a bit longer than just Christmas Day. So there's leading up to Christmas, all the parties, and then the pre-Christmas sales, Black Friday sales, and then Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, and then leading into New Year's. Really consider how much did you spend last year, and anything that you spent, just basically write it down and look at it from a diplomatic point of view. Were there areas on what you spent last year where you could potentially have saved or eliminated? Sit down and create a budget. And once that budget has been created, stick to it. And that includes gift giving, that includes food and drink, new outfits you're thinking of purchasing for the silly season. You need to create a budget. The other thing that you can consider doing as well is, once you've created that budget, you know what you're going to purchase from the list that you created, consider withdrawing the actual cash from the bank and using that and that only. Once that money has been spent, there's no more. Don't go maxing out your credit cards. And if you can only afford it by using credit, don't do yourself the favor. Don't buy it. Eliminate something else if you really need to purchase that thing. Do not go into debt just for Christmas. A budget isn't just about being frugal, it's about lessening that anxiety post-Christmas. So after you've completed your reflection, sit down and write yourself a list of who you're wanting to purchase for and what you're thinking of purchasing for them. And then put a price next to that, because if you really want to purchase that thing for that person, you may be able to get it at a reduced cost if you shop smarter. So you can get online and do price comparisons, wait for the Black Friday sales or whatever. There's always sales. It's not just Black Friday. There's Cyber Monday. There's the whole bit. You may be able to purchase it a little bit cheaper. And have a look again through your list. Is there anyone that you don't really need to be giving gifts to? Do you really need to give a gift to every single person that you work with? Do you really need to give your kid's teacher yet another world's best teacher mug? I mean, seriously, how many of those things do teachers currently get? I bet there's not a teacher in the world that doesn't have a world's best teacher mug. And most of the stuff that kids choose to purchase for their teachers probably just end up donated or end up in landfill anyway. So they're probably receiving lots of different little gifts from lots of kids. Do you really need to purchase something for them? And if you've got 3 or 4 kids, are you then having to buy 3 or 4 Christmas presents for 3 or 4 different teachers? You also, if like me, I live in a small strata complex, I'm not about to go and purchase a gift for everybody that lives in my strata or their kids. You do not need to buy a gift for your hairdresser. If you're paying $300 whenever you visit her or him to have your hair cut, colored, or whatever it is you do, you don't need to purchase them a gift. The fact that you continue going now after paying $300 is gift enough. You do not have to purchase for every man and his dog. So go through the list of people that you're considering buying for, and if it's not absolutely necessary, cross them out and save yourself a couple of dollars that way. Be mindful about your gift giving. Does the person that you're giving a gift to actually want the thing that you're giving them? They may have no need for it, have no want for it, so why would you spend your money on it? You know, if it's somebody close to you, consider purchasing an experience instead. Experiences over stuff reduces clutter, reduces the impacts on our environment. Giving experiences broadens horizons and creates memories. And if it's a shared experience, it enhances relationships. Personally, my friends and I recently went out for lunch together, and we discussed prior to that lunch if we were going to give gifts. And all of us decided no, the fact that we're all getting together to spend a few hours together over a decent meal was gift enough. And I'm in 100% agreement with that. I think particularly for me, I'm 46. What is it that I could possibly need or want that I can't purchase myself? So I don't want people spending their money to give me stuff. I'd rather go out and sit down and have a cup of coffee or a cocktail with a good friend. And to me, that absolutely is a really good gift. Consider gifting your time. I know this is hard because we are all so busy and life can be so overwhelming. But, you know, if you're buying something for Nana, does she really need the thing that you're wanting to buy her? Wouldn't you be better off going around and spending an afternoon with her, maybe taking her out to do some grocery shopping, even purchasing her groceries, mow the lawns for her so she doesn't have to pay someone to come out and mow the lawns, clean her bathroom, or do something like that for her, something that will help her. And by spending that little bit of time, it's something that you will never regret, and it's something that she will really, really appreciate. And speaking from personal experience, the closest person I had to a grandparent, I wish that I had spent more time with them before they departed this world. It wasn't about, you know, the boxes of biscuits that I took around to her house that she was always extremely grateful for, but looking back now, I don't think she ever really ate biscuits. The fact of the matter is, she would have been a lot more appreciative and a lot happier if I had just spent more time with her. Sometimes gift giving can be a little bit selfish, whereby we're thinking of how we feel when we give a gift, not how the other person feels. And as well, if your grandparents are on a pension, you know, it's really hard to survive on a pension these days with the higher costs of living. Maybe consider getting them a Woolworths card or a Coles card so they can do a little bit of grocery shopping. They may be able to add a couple of little treats into their weekly shop by you doing something like that. And the other thing that you can gift that doesn't cost a lot but does take a little bit of time is things like, you know, dog walking or babysitting for somebody, to give a couple that you know that you wanted to initially buy a gift for. Maybe babysit their kids so they can go out on a date night. Do you know what I mean? I think that's much more appreciated than just giving a gift that they may not appreciate. Consider implementing a 4-gift rule for your kids. I know this is going to be a hard one because, like all parents, you want to give your kids all the things that you never had. You want them to have everything that they want. But again, with the higher costs of living, do you really want to go into debt to buy your kids anything and everything? And by implementing that 4 present rule, so the 4 gifts would be 1 they want, 1 they need, 1 to read, and 1 to wear. That way you don't have a bunch of plastic toys and crap cluttering up your home that will eventually end up donated or in landfill anyway. Because these days, I think most kids have enough toys. They probably don't need any more. They may not appreciate that on Christmas Day, but, you know, donations. Consider making a donation to a charity that you're all passionate about, as opposed to giving each other small gifts. Pull that money together and give one nice donation to a charity that you believe in. And this one's my favorite, and this one's a hard one: impulse purchasing. With all the sales and all the clever marketing, that the marketing is designed to suck you into spending your money. You need to be smarter than that. So you may have some stuff on your wish list and it's been on your wish list for a couple of months. You really want that thing and it's on sale. Fine. If it's still something that you really, really want, just buy it when it's on sale. Consider, was it already on your wish list? And if not, why not? Are you only wanting that thing because it's on sale? You need to stop and consider, if it wasn't on your wish list 2 months ago and it was only been something that you want 2 minutes ago because you've seen it on sale, what value will that item bring into your home? What is the return on investment? Or are you purchasing it because you've been sucked into the clever marketing? Just because it's on sale doesn't mean that you need it. And how much of your life do you need to trade for that thing? So what I mean by that is, just say you make $20 an hour and an item that you're wanting to purchase costs $100. It's not something that you wanted before, but you've seen it on sale. It's only $100. That's 5 hours of your time that you're trading to purchase something that you're wanting to buy on a whim. So consider that. What is the actual value of that item in the long term? DIY gifts. Why not make something or bake something at home to give, as opposed to going out and purchasing a bunch of stuff? I am a huge fan of consumables. I love to bake biscuits at Christmas time, little cakes and little treats and stuff. So quite often I will just get some little jars, put a ribbon on them, and that can be a gift as well, as opposed to just going out and buying a bunch of random stuff. Or for those of you that like to have a little bit of alcohol, some homemade limoncello, some homemade beer, all those things, some homemade wine, chili sauces. There's so many options out there that you can make in big batches and then bottle it up or put it into little jars or little gift boxes or little tins. That's all that you need. And the fact that you have taken the time to make a gift has got so much more meaning than just going and purchasing something from Kmart. Consider volunteering as opposed to gift giving. If you're a bit strapped for cash this year, but you still like to donate or whatever, maybe consider volunteering at a local charity or at a soup kitchen or something on Christmas Day. And that's something your whole family can get involved in. Instead of just focusing on ourselves, maybe push that outward and bring a little bit of Christmas cheer. Do you know what I mean? You never know the positive impacts you could have on another human being in need at this time of year. Clothing. All right. So you get invited to some cocktail parties, you get invited to catch up with friends, and suddenly you open your wardrobe and there's nothing to wear. I call absolute rubbish on that. I bet you've got heaps of outfits that you've got to wear. Before you consider purchasing something new, again, you've seen a nice dress because it's on sale. Consider, do you really need that item? Can you shop your own wardrobe before buying that new pair of shoes or that new handbag or that new dress? Yes, maybe the dress in your wardrobe, you wore it last Christmas to a cocktail party. So what? Be an outfit repeater and do it with pride and save the money that you have. Consider it. Do you really need that new outfit? Is it to impress someone? Who are you going to impress? Like, it doesn't matter. And, you might think, oh, I wore it last year. What will people think because they saw me in the outfit last year? Who cares? Do you know what I mean? This is about your financial well-being. It's not about anybody else. Okay, there you go. Ran over. So once the silly season is over, sit down again to reflect on what you spent over that Christmas period or that silly season period. Think about, what were the lessons learned from Christmas just past? That silly season, did you go over the budget that you set yourself? Why did you go over the budget? Then what you can do is establish how much you think that you would need for Christmas 2025 or silly season 2025, and open yourself a high yield savings account and reverse engineer the budget that you set yourself for 2025, and then break it down per week or fortnight, monthly, whatever it is when you get paid, for that money to automatically be direct debited from your pay account into that high yield savings account. That way, by silly season 2025, you've got no financial issues to worry about. You've already saved up your little Christmas fund and you can go into it with no stress whatsoever, worrying about how you're going to pay for everything. So there's some of my little tips for saving in the silly season. If there's anything that you feel that I have forgotten or left off the list, or something that you can suggest, please drop it into the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions or your thoughts on this. And if you found any value in this video, please drop me a comment and let me know, and give me a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing, as it pushes my video out to more awesome people like yourselves. Now, one of my 2024 goals is to hit 250 subscribers before 2025. So if you could please help me out with that, it would be greatly appreciated, and it would make the best Christmas for me ever. Anyway, that's it from me for today, guys. Until the next one, I hope you all have a fabulous day. Bye.